Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Thursday, the 13th of January 2022. Remember viewers, share our live stream. We are on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We haven't gotten clearance for our YouTube channel as yet, but nevertheless, those of you who are friends and family that view us on YouTube, message them, let them know that we had some technical problem with YouTube. We're trying to sort it out, but nevertheless, they can view us on Facebook. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Like and share as we go live, viewers. That is number one. Number two, Real Talk Financing and Investment Company is offering you 2.5% on fixed deposit. The highest interest paid presently on any fixed deposit in any financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago is at Real Talk Financing and Investment Company. So why are you going to wait for 2023 to come and you have not invested on a fixed deposit system with Real Talk Financing and Investment Company? You know, some people would think that 0.05% is a big rate. It's only 500 and 100,000 you're getting it at any bank compared to what Real Talk giving you. $2,500 and $100,000 per year. Sign up a 3 years contract, 3 years fixed deposit with Real Talk Financing and Investment Company, and you get a whooping 2.5%. That's $2,500 per year. Remember that, viewers. So as we move along tonight, the Judiciary states that it awaits any final legal position on COVID-19 vaccination. This after a release was shared on the issue of vaccination of public servants, particularly judiciary staff. The release said the notice sent to staff of the criminal division and by the criminal division management team was not authorized by the judiciary. Are you hearing that? It was not authorized by the judiciary. It said, since August 2021, the judiciary has been seeking and continue to seek information on the vaccination status of staff. Staff were also told that they were required to provide documentation of their vaccination status by Thursday. Finally, somebody coming out and saying something. The government safe zone policy for the public service is that those who are unvaccinated or who have not at least taken the first dose of COVID-19 vaccine will not be allowed to return to work or be paid from January 17th. There has been pushback from trade union for this policy. Now, viewers, I always say the vaccination have proven to be not working. You're vaccinated and you're dying. If you have medical complication, they say you die from COVID-19. If you have a heart attack while have COVID-19 and also vaccinated with your 2 doses, you die from COVID-19. So is it working? No. It is not working. Now the judiciary now is kicking back. They are kicking back because they realize somebody not making sense. Somebody not making sense. Moving along. The Attorney General and the Ministry of Legal Affairs is pleased to inform that the government took the decision based upon consideration to direct the permission be granted for the holding of open-air cremation bodies for COVID-19 victims. So viewers, those of you who have individuals who died from COVID-19, now you are free to cremate them in an open-air fire at any cremation site in Trinidad and Tobago. As of this afternoon, it was passed So congratulations to the Hindu community. You can go ahead now and cremate your loved one under fire the proper way. The proper way. I want to tell you something. The government of Trinidad and Tobago is doing a lot of things, yes. But are they doing it the correct way? Are they using the proper method in doing things? The Attorney General wants the union to bring facts to the Attorney General on why not vaccinate. Terence is talking one set of nonsense on the other side. Citizens of Trinidad and Tobago are seeing a lot of different things happening, contrary to what ministers are saying. That is why we have vaccine hesitancy in Trinidad and Tobago. And the minister, the president, the health officials, they want to know why vaccine hesitancy. But if the minister comes out and tell the public the truth and not just but the truth, you would find things moving a different way. But when the minister come out and say, oh, take the vaccine, it will reduce you from getting COVID. And people dying, and people still getting COVID-19. What does that tell the citizen from what the minister is saying? And when you have somebody like Saieed now demanding the truth from the minister, and they're telling the public something else, and they're hearing Saieed saying something else, and adding one and one, and they realize two is two. The minister say, oh, take your jab, take your vaccine. It will reduce the risk of you getting COVID-19. Those of you who have the vaccine, you're getting COVID-19. So what does it reduce? What does it reduce? Even the health minister cannot explain that. But nevertheless, I prep for him tonight. Tonight is Bacchanal Thursday. Call your friends, call your family, and let them know Thursday night is a Bacchanal Thursday, especially tonight. Let me tell you something. I would continue viewing. Kuva North MP Ravi Racham is accusing the government of failing to support the local poultry industry and addressing issues which have led to a shortfall in the supply of chicken. In a statement, he recalled that warning of an increase in the price of chicken for the Christmas season. Now, however, Ratiram alleged Agriculture Minister Clarence Rambarat had responded by saying there is no shortage and it was not the government but private sector which set the poultry price. He alleged a contraction in supplies and blame it on the government lack of concern for expanding production in the poultry sector. Rajaram also added that the government was clueless and lacked a development strategy for chicken farming. Paula, good night.
Pleasant good night.
Go right ahead, darling.
Saeed, you know Trinidad likes to follow everything America does.
Yes, correct.
Well, I wonder if the government saw that the Supreme Court in America handed down the judgment that it is not mandatory to force workers or anybody except in the front line work to take vaccination.
If they choose it.
Right? So I hope our government see that because it's monkey see, monkey do.
True.
So I hope they see it. I just want to let them know that somebody saw it here. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, it's Bacchanal Thursday right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com. and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook. And subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So ladies and gentlemen, we're going straight to Terrence Dialsing. Health officials have received no official report of persons being paralyzed after taking a COVID-19 vaccine. Minister of Health Terrence Dialsing stated this while responding to claims by 3 persons, including a 16-year-old boy, that they suffered adverse reaction, including paralysis, after being vaccinated. Dialsing said, while he does not want to downplay the claim, without any medical records, it cannot be confirmed exactly what took place. Listen to this.
So first of all, if it is genuine, we express our concerns. But we have no way of knowing because no medical evidence was put forward. There was no doctor's certificate. There was no medical evidence put forward. And that is complicating the conversation, unfortunately.
Dialsing will be on his P's and Q's now, you know. Take what I'm telling all you. Take what I'm telling all you. He recalled that claims that the late Energy Minister Franklin Khan and another person died last year after taking COVID-19 vaccine were proven to be false. Dialsing added that just because 2 things happen close to each other, he pointed out, it does not necessarily mean the same or cautiousness. Dialsing, boy, I have it for you tonight, you know. I have it for you tonight. You is the same Minister of Health who came out and said, taking the COVID-19 vaccine will reduce the risk of you getting COVID-19. So Terrence, how much individual got the COVID-19 after taking the vaccine? How many individuals died and was fully vaccinated that you all said it will reduce the risk? How many? Terrence, let me tell you something. I hate you some questions. I hope you can answer it, you know, because the whole world listening. And I'm putting you on the spot as a health minister. You want to do this in front of cameras? Not a problem. Not a problem. You will be doing this now with answers. Take what I'm telling you. He emphasized that all adverse events after vaccination should be reported to the county medical officers of health. However, Dialsing did not doubt, listen to this, Dialsing did not doubt the fact that some things may happen, but stated that in the absence of a medical certificate, it is difficult to make a determination. Listen to this.
So there are clear pathways for any patient who suffers an adverse event or an unusual adverse event that the doctors and nurses in both the public sector and private sector can send these reports and they will be treated with. So what is interesting is that I am not doubting the veracity that something may have happened, but in the absence of a medical certificate stating what has happened, it is difficult to make a determination.
Now listen this. Listen this. 2021. Let me go back to 2020 when COVID introduced itself to Trinidad and Tobago. In 2020, while having COVID-19, being asymptomatic, we were able to fight the virus. No death of COVID-19. We had normal deaths. Normal deaths. Follow me closely. People not complaining about adverse reaction of COVID-19. Nobody complaining. Nobody died under COVID-19 in 2020. In 2021, the vaccine introduced, or vaccine introduction in Trinidad and Tobago. Go take the vaccine, it's safe. After individuals took the vaccine, people started calling in the program and complaining what happened after they took the vaccine. 2022, people still complaining of what happened after they take the vaccine. So all in that time I was listening to Terrence and I was bringing the facts to all you. Oh, ivermectin not good. Ivermectin is animal medicine. Nobody should be using ivermectin. Well, I use ivermectin for the last 4 months. I did mention it to you since Monday night show. I am healthy and I am strong. It was advised to me by my pharmacist how to use it and when to use it and how much dose to use. Because my pharmacist, her entire family is taking it. Her friends, who's also doctors working in the health facility in Trinidad and Tobago. I would say Trinidad and Tobago, like a Bajan. They also use it, and their children use it. So I wonder if there's money to make for the government with the ivermectin. But no! We go take our loan in China, we go cut a flick, and we go get the vaccine. But time to write India High Commissioner to get vaccine. The Prime Minister not begging for it. But they go cut a flick in China and take our loan. Follow me closely. Monday night show, I told you I am using ivermectin. Now consult your pharmacist or your doctor, because they are different dosage if you choose to use it. I am fully vaccinated, you know. I am fully vaccinated. But when I realized the vaccine ain't helping me, Saieed, I started to think twice. I said, you know what? I had to get something else. So my pharmacist introduced me to the ivermectin. She's also double dosed with the vaccine. She's in the medical field. Her friends who is doctor, they are in the medical field. The COVID-19 is a parasite. Am I right? Yes, Saieed, you're correct. What does ivermectin do? Ivermectin get rid of parasites. Or if you like joke, ask any doctor, ask any pharmacist. Ask Terrence Singh. He's a pharmacist. Well, I don't know if he's still practicing, because I've heard he has been out of the field for a number of years. But ask him that, he will tell you. However, Singh did not doubt the fact that something may have happened when he got the testicular incident He doubted it. When he started the menstrual cycle, he doubted it. Well, Terrence, I have news for you tonight. 2 of my workers took the vaccine, fully vaccinated, and they had menstrual problems. You could come in, Terrence. You could send your goons on them. I will give them the name of my workers. Because they suffered menstrual problem after taking the vaccine. And they never had it. Because they monitored themselves. As female, you must monitor yourself. You must know when your cycle coming. You must know what type of cycle you have. But if you're a female and you monitor yourself, something wrong with you. Something definitely wrong. But you know, Saieed is a man who throw out everything there, so he is waiting for the correct moment. Because the minister is want facts. He want medical reports. How much people died from heart attack and all they say is COVID? Huh? You want medical reports? For tell all the kind of nonsense going on in Point. Minister, where are you? Huh? A woman called me from Mount Hope today. She said, Saieed, I am going to sign and come out of this hospital. I said, why, Mom? She said, the machine where they're doing COVID-19 result. She said, it's working for months. I said, what? And the doctor refused to let me go home. I said, sign and go home before you're dead inside it. All I want to play all the thing and thing. Let me tell you something. Terrence Dialsing will not come out and tell the public the truth. Because he will be let down as a minister of health. However, he further noted that whether the claims is that the vaccine did A, B, or C, once the necessary information is forwarded to the MOH, will uncover the facts. Listen to this.
Whether the claim is that the vaccine did A, B, or C, or whether the healthcare professionals did not do their job, it is impossible for me. What I can say is that if you have the names and addresses and phone contacts of those individuals, we will be more than willing to contact them and uncover the facts. I think facts are important in dealing with this rather than claims. I am not downplaying it. We take it seriously, but we need the facts of the matter.
Terrence Dialsing a little facts. If the nurses and the doctors who work in the hospital and seen cases that happened while taking the COVID-19 vaccine and they backing from it, what more facts you need? Caller, good night. Hello? You stick, you get the click one time. Now viewers, what caused the vaccine hesitancy in Trinidad and Tobago? Could Terrence Dialsing explain that? Could he explain what caused the vaccine hesitancy? Huh? People will get up one morning and just say, you know what, I ain't going to take that vaccine. Or is it because they are hearing and seeing something different to what the Minister of Health or the Ministry of Health is saying? Come on, people, be real. Be real. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead.
Right now in Sangirandi Health Center, they're turning away people saying that you need to have an appointment to take a vaccine. So people who come from far to all these places, they're getting turned away.
Turned away? You mean like go home back, you have to have an appointment?
Yeah, you have to go and make an appointment with them and they will give you a date to come from the Sangirandi Health Center.
Wow. My friend, thank you so much for sharing the information. Epidemiologists Dr. Avery Hines have stated that it is important to note that just because two events happen close to each other does not necessarily mean they are related. How much complaints do the medical boards or the minister, how much complaint do they have to have in order to put something in place for when you take the COVID-19 vaccine and something happened to you? How much people have been calling in the program and saying, Saeed, we took the vaccine a month, and after a month, this started to happen to us, and that started to happen. Before that, we was good. Terence talking about the following the science, the following the science, the following the science. But the science didn't tell him when you take the vaccine, you could still get COVID. Terence, what happened to that science? How come you didn't come out and tell the public that? How come Saeed was the one who had to tell the public that? Because Saeed followed international news. While you following the science, I following the news in another country. You want to play your talking? You want to play your minister? You want to play your bumping your gum? You collecting money from the government to talk. I ain't collecting money from nobody to tell them the truth. And I've been doing that for the last 4 years. And I will continue doing it. Caller, good night.
Hi, Saeed. Good night. I just want to make a contribution. The other thing in them, they openly, for the Christians, for the people. But what they need.
Darling, I do apologize, but we are not hearing you clearly. So listen to yours. He also added, Avery Hines, that once an adverse effect is reported, it will be investigated. If they're afraid to touch a COVID-19 body when it's dead, you think they will investigate it while it's living? You think they're going to investigate it while you're living? What did you have COVID-19, you die, you're vaccinated with your 2 doses. What caused the death of the COVID-19 patient while being vaccinated? Oh, it's COVID. That time a heart attack hit you and you're dead. Your lung fail on you and you're dead. Your kidney fail on you and you're dead. But you know what? Because they're COVID-19 positive, oh God, he died from COVID. And I've been asking Terence the Alsing, I've been asking the CMO, how much person died from a heart attack or a kidney failure or a lung failure while being positive for COVID-19 and double dose with the vaccine? Nobody can come out and say nothing. And they call themselves what? Minister of Health, Minister of CMO. Hey, boy, you making joke. Or they could come wrong me and whisper that in my ears, I will light up all on national television. I said that nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. Let me tell you something, Terence. Not because you are the Minister of Health, which means Saeed don't have friends and family who's frontline workers, you know. That doesn't mean that Saeed don't have pharmacists running his family, you know. Catch yourself, Mr. Man. Because what you failing to tell the public, I will be informed and come and tell the public. So while you bumping your gum and saying, oh, take the vaccine, it will reduce the risk of you getting COVID, I telling you how much people die from COVID-19 and fully vaccinated. Where is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago? How come he not appearing publicly? Did he forget his position? Huh? Is he out of the country? According to news yesterday, not even his colleagues know where he are. So we're in a crisis today, tomorrow. What's going on? Where is the Prime Minister? Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling from Tobago.
Tobago, welcome Tobago.
Let me tell you something. Saeed, from the time I hear the health minister start to speak, I realize he have different sets of versions going along with. Another thing again.
Tell us about the health in Tobago.
We have friends. We have friends who died from COVID. We had a friend who just died about a week ago. The man good all the time. As soon as he take the vaccine, 2 days after, the man gets sick and dies. Wow. So don't bother with them. They're just mama-gang people. You understand what I'm saying? And then now, they care about it.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Now hear this. Hear this. Dr. Hines is now hoping that the public will not take these reports as an excuse to not take the jab, especially since most of the COVID-related deaths recorded thus far are unvaccinated. You see, you're going back blaming vaccinated. They're going back blaming vaccinated. But is the vaccine helping? Is the vaccine helping? Could any minister come out and say that the vaccine helping? No, we have people in Trinidad and Tobago taking the vaccine and ending up with what? With what? Adverse side effect after. I tell him my Baba's a healthy man. A healthy man. And he went and take the vaccine and you know what? He cannot stand up on his left leg. How much time people calling in Real Talk program and saying about the side effects they got? I have 2 workers here, 2 female workers could testify to all of what happened to them. But Terrence, oh God, we had no complaint about no menstrual cycle. Even though you know Terrence, you ain't coming out to tell the public. I'm telling you that on national television. Call her good night.
Hi, good night, Said. You're firing on all cylinders.
It's back on our Thursday tonight.
Yeah, you know, I know a lot of people, you know, quite a few died after they took this vaccine. The Prime Minister initially come and said, you remember when he said there was shortage of vaccine? He said if you take 1 shot of it, you are half vaccinated, and half vaccinated better than fully vaccinated. Now people, I know people, quite a number of people took 3 shots of that vaccine, 3 shots. They got so infected and they refused to go to the hospital because they know the kind of treatment they was going to get. You know, they stayed home, they employed a private physician. They took the said ivermectin, and because of the ivermectin, they are alive today. So why don't the government change the strategy? You see, these people are politicizing this thing. When you have health professionals who are throw away their professional integrity to stick to the side of a political party. For example, I'm not afraid to say Dr. Avery Hines. Why, you see, even on today's paper, they criticize the ivermectin, which is saving people's lives. What about the international community who are vetting for this ivermectin? Is it that the government wants the citizen to die? What is their health plan? Why they don't come out plain? That is the root cause of the vaccine hesitancy, sir. Because this is where they could embezzle money. It is time that people stand up. This vaccine mandate, this is advantage. Now, why if they know the vaccine is so safe? Why don't they set up a fund like all these people you name who got sick and who got infected after the vaccine could receive some money so they could see about this? Why is it? Because they are not sure. And then again, I am not sure whether the Prime Minister or Mr. Dayal Singh and them take this vaccine. You remember when that nurse or whoever was injecting Mr. Rowley? That nurse did not even have the gloves on.
Correct.
The hands was not even on the vaccine itself. So all these things is fraud. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, hear this now. Health Minister Terrence Dayal Singh also confirmed that out of 1.44 million doses of vaccine administered, there were no vaccine-related deaths. Like I just said, if they had a heart attack while having the virus, you would say it's the virus and not the heart attack. You will blame the virus and not a kidney failure. You will blame the virus and not a lung failure. So if they died from taking the vaccine, do you think any minister would come out and say, well, you know, this one take it and they died of the vaccine? No, hell no, not in Trinidad. Not in Trinidad. But I have something for you. Hold on. The other thing also states that there are no guarantee in the vaccine, but only promises. Listen to this.
We have administered 1,444,171 doses of vaccines. 1.44 million. 1.44 million with no deaths attributable to vaccination. But every day, 20 and 30 people are dying. So unfortunately, the way the conversation is now being framed in the public domain is that vaccinations are something not to be trusted. And I don't know why that agenda is being pushed, but the clear evidence around the world is that vaccination does 3 things. Because people are asking for guarantees. There are no guarantees. what vaccination does, and the promises of vaccination is: one, it significantly reduces your chance of being infected and being able to transmit. Two, significantly decreases your chances of ending up in a hospital and an ICU. And three, when you look at the dashboard we print every day, the last tile shows you that the vast majority of deaths are amongst the unvaccinated.
Are you hear? Only promises. Only promises. But listen to this. However, the minister added that the vaccine saved lives.
So if I could use this opportunity, Alicia, to respectfully ask that we all reframe, R-E-F-R-A-M-E, reframe the discussions about the beneficial aspects of vaccination. It saves lives.
How is the vaccine saving life, Terence? Come out and tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something before I go further. I want you to understand something, Trinbagonians. I want you to understand something clearly. Clearly. We are living in Trinidad and Tobago. We cannot fix a problem that is in Venezuela, Guyana, Grenada, Barbados, St. Vincent. Understand what I'm saying? We have a healthcare system in Trinidad and Tobago that we cannot depend on. I am saying it boldly. Why? I live in Trinidad. I visit hospitals with my friends. So let me go to let me take a drive down by the hospital, but I carried my mother. When they go down there, it's a disgrace. It's a shame to know billions of dollars in the healthcare system, and that is the hospital. That is the hospital. But this grey-haired man coming on TV and saying, you're coming to my hospital for oxygen. Don't buy oxygen. Remember the time he said, don't buy no oxygen and keep it home. Come to the healthcare. But thank God I buy. Thank God I buy. Because if I was dependent on the healthcare system, Saieed might have been dead already. Good thing I have my little insurance and think I just go to my medical institute and it is work for me. Well, I think it easy. Well, I think it easy with that minister. Huh? Oh, let's think it easy. That is the same man who said, wrap up a jersey around your face. And next 2 days now, they pass a bill. If you have on the mask, you go pay 1,000. Oh, you think I trust that man? Let me tell you something. We're dealing with health, you know. We ain't dealing with a car accident, you know. We're dealing with health. We're contributing to health. And furthermore, just to enlighten you, the hospital treatment that they have in England and in US and in Canada, we don't have it down here. We do not have it here. So the man who owns all the hospitals in Trinidad and Tobago, he sucks at his work. You suck at your work. Their own colleague who is the minister of Trinidad and Tobago refused to beg India for vaccine. But you know what? You was quick to cut a deal in China for a loan to buy vaccine. Now we have vaccine hesitancy. You come out bold and brave. Oh, if you take the vaccine, it will reduce the risk of you getting COVID. How much people took the vaccine and still got COVID? It didn't reduce one thing. Nothing it reduced. And you want to come and tell me now to trust you? You want to come and tell me take the vaccine is safe when people calling in the program live and telling the nation what happened to them after the vaccine? Let me tell you something. The only goddamn reason I went and take the vaccine was to travel. Because Terence has seen both side business outside Trinidad. I was lucky, nothing happened to me. But my friends, they were not lucky. They had to feel the full brunt of it. Here it is. Minister of Health Terence Dialsingh and the opposition Senator Wade Mark argued in the Senate about how the government and the opposition could collaborate to encourage more persons to get vaccinated against COVID-19. Dialsingh asked Mark if he would agree to government and opposition senator appearing in a collective photograph with their vaccination card display. He stated that collective leadership calls for the government to put aside our swords and our words and share solidarity. Listen to this.
Madam President, through you, would Senator Mark agree to a collective picture of all 6 UNC senators and all 16 PNM senators displaying their vaccination cards and send a message to this population? Because we have indicated we are vaccinated. Collective leadership calls for us to put aside our swords and words and show solidarity. Would Senator Mark agree to a picture of the 6 UNC senators and the PNM senators sending a message to this country that we want vaccinations?
But Terence, you think, were you asking for a photograph? Eh? You that low, you going to ask for a photograph? People complaining every single day. You want a picture with vaccine. What does the vaccine card prove? It absolutely proves nothing because you have the card and you're getting COVID. You double dose and you're in the hospital. What the card proving? What the card proving? I could show you a lot of my friends. I could bring them and line them up right here. All of them displaying their vaccine card. And you know what? You know what, Terence? They're sick. My barber would come right here and stand up with the vaccine card and he would lean up on me and he would be like this. Watch my foot. He like this. Can't stand up on his left leg. What the hell the card proving? Eh? Terence, what the card proving? My friend cannot stand up on his left leg. Terence, what you have to say? Absolutely nothing. Call her good night.
Hello, good night, Zay.
My friend.
You say you can't find Rowley? Everybody asking the same question, but I was in a Maxi, and a man said Rowley in Lokoto fasting. So when he come back, I want to tell him, he have much sense to run this country. But in authority, he can move the donkey and put a horse. And that cough and cold Dr. Yab Hines, it's just a waste of time. So find a horse to run the ministry. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Now in response, Mark recalled, the other thing saying COVID-19 vaccine are safe and effective. But really effective? But the amount of people getting sick, it's effective on that level. Let me tell you something. Trinidad and Tobago, there is no cure for COVID-19. Absolutely none. You know why am I saying that? Ask Terence Dialsingh to bring out statistics of how many vaccinated persons are there in hospital and in COVID tent. I don't feel a joke. I tell you, I only went and take it because I have business outside. Other than that, but you making joke. You making joke. For those of you who question on Saieed, why are you taking ivermectin? Because COVID-19 is a parasite. And I have taken the ivermectin to fight a parasite. Musk asked the minister and his government prepared to indemnify individuals who take the vaccine and have adverse reaction to it. The answer responded that he noticed that the honorable senator has stressed clear of his call for a collective pitié.
The Honorable Attorney General has spoken to that issue more than once, and he is on record as saying what that is. But I have noticed that the Honorable Senator has studiously stayed clear of my call for a collective picture, asking that the UNC 6 senators join with the PNM senators to send a signal to this country that as leaders, we encourage vaccination.
Senator Mark, Senator Leiter. Senator Mark, you asked a question and an answer is being given. Will you please wait until the minister is finished and you can ask your other question.
So viewers, I tell the watchman, I prepare for him tonight, you know. Is it just how I waited to tell the public side taking ivermectin? Because I was monitoring it. And same thing with my workers, the 2 females. They were monitoring themselves from the vaccination with their cycle. And they had a shift in menstrual. So Terence, you cannot come and tell me now on our next media conference that the first time you hearing that. Because all over Trinidad and Tobago, the women them complaining. But who they're going to? Who they're going to? First thing the doctor go say, well, oh God, you're married? Well, you know your husband may be giving you a little problem and you know your cycle change. Or you maybe leave the husband and you may be gone with somebody else. Crap and bull. It's crap. You're talking nonsense, Terence. Let me tell you something. I am the oldest man in Trinidad and Tobago. Will give you a run for your money. Take what I'm telling you. Take what I'm telling you. And I'm waiting for the Attorney General and the Prime Minister to make vaccination mandatory in Trinidad and Tobago. I will hire two Queen Counsel to fight my case in Trinidad and Tobago. And to ask all you who know about the law, who gave you all permission to take away my freedom of choice? And don't even mention COVID-19. Don't even mention COVID-19. All you know money, side no money. All you know to bring laws, I've been pushing for about 9 or 10 legislation and amendment, and it have been passed thus far because my candle works. My candle works. Make it mandatory. Make it mandatory. Even the industrial court, Deborah Thomas Felix, even it says it is against the Constitution. If you Saieed know nothing, Saieed has some top guns lawyers in Trinidad, you know. Not everything is money. I want to let you understand that. Because the kind of work I do, they just need favors. Saieed, well, you know, so and so is the case. Sure, bring so and so for me. And I can go in my room tonight and we go fix that problem. Huh? Hey, let me tell you something. I will bring Leketo from Tobago right in Trinidad here. Why? I am a Trinidadian born. I want to play mad. I'll ever hear the song where I'm David Rudder sing, a madman chant. So I have a question. Oh, but before I go to that. Now, here it is. In the administration of over 1.3 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine since last year, the thing said fewer than 5 to 10 know the adverse event and had been reported, and not one had resulted in death. The other thing added that the vaccine are safe and there were never any deaths due to vaccine. Hold on. You're saying there is no death to the vaccine, but I still ask the question, if an individual is fully vaccinated and you have COVID-19 and you end up with a heart attack or a kidney failure or a lung failure, how do you class it? You know what they say? We will class it as COVID-19. Run the video.
In the administration of over 1.3 million doses of vaccines, less than 5 to 10 known adverse events have been reported, and not one has resulted in death. So, the message is vaccines are safe, and compare that to the daily fatality count of 15, 20, 30, but not one death due to vaccines. And yes, we are bound to report these to WHO and PAHO, and which we have done. And we have stated this publicly on numerous occasions. Thank you very much.
Hey, you see all them words you say there? All them words you say there? Hold on. Hold on. Don't come down your horse. Stay on your horse. Stay on your horse, Mr. Diyal Singh. I'm waiting for some people. I am waiting for some people. And when they come to me, as they have indicated, Saeed, when everything is finished, and we are done moaning, I will contact you. And you see what you say there, Terence? Just how you say, you could take the vaccine and it will reduce the risk of you getting COVID, and hundreds of people got it after taking the vaccine. You will eat them set a word with cheese paste on it. You feel I come out here to collect government funding? You feel I come out here to twist my words in the public? You feel a man could shove a 10,000 side pocket and say, Saeed, swing this a little bit? Let me tell you something. Take your 10,000 and go and make a cook with it. I want to ask Terence, is the COVID-19 machine working in Mount Hope Hospital? That's what I want to ask you. That's what I want to ask you. So you say now, no death with COVID with the vaccine. What about the individuals who you have just said had adverse complications with it? What are you doing about that? Now I will tell you something why they are doing nothing. I will tell you something. When they go to take your vaccine, you know you just sign a form. Anybody remember that? You just sign a form that in case anything happens to you, it's your responsibility. All they know that? Well, if you're going tomorrow to take your vaccine, read the form you're filling out. Read the form you're filling out. Call good night.
Hi, pleasant night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Okay, my thing about it, right? My name is Samantha. I work in the government service. Now, being working in the government service, there are certain protocol that you must follow, right? You must stay 6 feet apart from your co-worker, and things must be put into place to go to work. They say they get a directive from their health and safety officer that I don't know how qualified they are to instruct our directors on how to function. So if it says you put things in place, you have to stay 6 feet apart, because as you rightfully said, taking the vaccine does not assure you that you cannot get COVID. Why are you still forcing our public service to take this vaccine? If you put things already implemented into place in the public sector, right? As I say, our body is our right.
Correct.
Right? Now, the other thing about it too is that you given us a mandate that we must take this vaccine. Are you taking liability for us if anything should happen? If you so support this vaccine, why don't you take liability?
Correct.
That if anything happened to us, that you're going to give our families something.
They would not, my dear, because when you go to take your vaccine, you fill out a form. And I believe on that form it said, if anything happened to you, we are not responsible.
Exactly, but why? If you are so condoning this vaccine,
correct,
you should be able to put your mouth where your money is
exactly,
and condone this vaccine. And you should not be forcing people, because we are not a stupid nation. Now, I know there are some people who take the vaccine and like their program, take the vaccine, but everybody have a right to choose.
True.
Now, they are saying that when we were kids, we had to take the vaccine to enter school. Yes, but these vaccines have been studied. As I talked in my pediatrician, this is different. These have been studied. They have been proven to work. What we are taking now, we are guinea pigs.
Experimental vaccine.
these Pfizer and these vaccines on them, have they been given to population before? We know what's going to happen to us 5 years from now.
Well said.
Right? So with that being said, my population, please know what you are doing.
Well said.
Every action have a reaction.
Correct.
And nobody's supposed to be forced into doing something they are not comfortable with.
Thank you, my dear. Here it is, epidemiologist Dr. Avery Hines has stated that there is no logical or scientific evidence which supports NACTA claim that a safe zone of COVID-19 increases the spread of the virus. What is a safe zone? What is a safe zone? A safe zone is where only the vaccinated people would go in there. They say that is a safe zone. But listen this, the vaccinated people getting COVID-19. So if the vaccinated people getting COVID-19, are the vaccinated people safe? Are they safe? But you're creating safe zone. Terrence, you there? The CMO there? Avery Hines there? Because Avery, you yourself said, even though you take the vaccine, you can still get COVID-19. So, what guarantee do we have that the safe zone is safe? All you forgetting what all you're saying? Oh my God, Saieed, don't hit me so hard now. Take that. Take that. So if you're vaccinated and you're getting COVID-19 and a vaccinated COVID-19 carrier goes into a safe zone without a mask and dwell among people, what you're getting? If you go in a crowd with 50 people, that 50 people there, because of you, they may, or in other terms, some of them will catch COVID-19 and carry it home to their family. Am I right, Avery Hines? Come now, man. I'll make better statement than that. My 10-year-old son would have figured out that. I tell you, it's Saieed all coming up against. I understand all your professionals, but I also have professionals who are friends, family, and cousins. Terrence, come again. Avery Hines, watch what you're saying. It could land you in trouble. Because you said, you clearly said, even though you're vaccinated, you could still get COVID-19. Remember we played the video? And now you come and you create your safe zone now. You're vaccinated. You're a carrier of COVID-19 and you're going into a safe zone now. Yeah. Eh? Avery, you want the NACTA team to bring that to tell them how safe the safe zone is? I am telling you how the safe zone is because of all your own words all you're saying. He added that once people adhere to the public health measures which allow them to be safe zone, then there will be no introduction or spread of COVID-19 within the safe zone. So hear this, no spread of COVID-19 in the safe zone. Okay, Dr. Hines, no problem. Hey, run this video. Run that video.
What you would see is that if the measures aren't adhered to, if the people trying to find loopholes to escape the various requirements, that would increase the risk. But we are going to hope that those aren't in the majority, and to re-emphasize that all of the requirements for the operation of a safe zone are basically added layers of protection to reduce the risk of an infected individual being in a gathering space in the public, while trying to allow for some measure of economic activity and social activity in the midst of the pandemic. So any attempt that we make, any restrictions or requirements that are put in place to reduce the risk of positive individuals interacting cannot lead to an increase. So that the science behind that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Hey, viewers, watch me now. I have plenty for you, you know. But we have come to the end of our program tonight. Those of you who missed out this program tonight, or those of you who want to view it back, there's a rerun tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Hey, there's lots more I want to say, not to mash them up, but it's Fire Friday tomorrow, and I will join me tomorrow night, Friday the 14th of January 2022. Until then, viewers, be safe and enjoy the night.